The curse of Tottenham has officially been broken, because after 2 decades of pain, they finally lifted silverware. But this new era for Spurs is starting off with a sad goodbye. Heung-min Son, one of their greatest ever players, the man who led them to that trophy, he's announced that he's leaving and heading to the MLS. Son was someone who gave everything up for the badge. He could have easily left to join another club, but he wanted to change the mentality of Spurs, bring home a trophy, and now it's up to us to carry that momentum forward. And that's why today I'm taking over Spurs for the next 10 seasons, and we have 4 massive objectives. 25 trophies. That dusty old trophy cabinet that Spurs have got, we're gonna clean it up and put as many trophies as possible. Also, winning a treble. Man, it took so much struggle for Spurs to win like 1 trophy. Winning 3 in a season, gonna be a bit of a grind, especially without Son. Also, we've got a challenge to have one of our players win 3 golden boots. Now, that's something Harry Kane did in a Spurs shirt, so maybe we'll have to find someone new to do it. And finally, our 4th challenge is to find the next Heung-min Son from South Korea. Gotta keep the tradition going. Now, as if all of these challenges aren't hard enough, we're also gonna have to deal with something unexpected. That's right, boys. We're gonna take a bit of inspiration from FC26's new feature. Every season, we're gonna have one unexpected event that I don't know about happen to us, and that could really change everything. But despite that, we're gonna do everything possible to make Spurs the best club of this decade. I'm not gonna lie, boys. I feel like Spurs have had an absolutely stinky window. I mean, losing Son, that was huge. But they've only really improved their team with the likes of Kudus and Palhinha. Palhinha is only a loan deal. Kudus is, of course, a great transfer, but that's about it. Come on, man. They just won the Europa League. This is the time for Spurs to push on and just see where they can go from here. But brilliant, boys. We've got our first unexpected event. The Spurs chairman believes the club has already spent enough, so the focus now is profitability. Your remaining transfer budget will be half. Well, there goes my dream of signing a superstar replacement for Son, down to just about under 60 mil. Every season we're gonna have to deal with something or the other like this. It's gonna get frustrating, but we need to still figure out a way and come forward with trophies. The good thing is, I'm liking how this Spurs team already looks. Even though they've barely made improvements, the backline is nice. You've got young players everywhere. Vicario's a solid keeper too. I quite like the midfield as well. Palhinha. Actually, I kind of want to convert this into a permanent deal. But to be fair, if we use our brains a little bit, he's 29. Paying about 27-28 million to make this permanent, I don't think is the way. Might as well keep that cash and use it on another CDM next season. Logically, though, there's a couple of positions that stand out where improvements probably are needed. Up top, we've got Dominic Solanke. I think he's a good Premier League striker. But compared to the strikers the other big clubs have got, Arsenal have just signed Gyökeres. Isaac is probably heading to Liverpool. To make this team into a Premier League winning side, I think we need a quality number 9. And of course, in the left wing position, we gotta figure out who's gonna be Son's successor. Now, since we do have a challenge of developing the next Heung-min Son, getting a South Korean player to a 90+ rating, I think it makes sense then to maybe look for a South Korean that can maybe fill Son's boots, but you can already see nobody has got the talent as Son. Oh man, Son just popped up here playing now for LAFC. It's gonna be tough coping without him. But wait a minute, Spurs already have probably the next Heung-min Son, Yang Min-hyuk, 71 rated, out on loan currently at QPR. And wait, I think his loan spell has just ended. Look at the date. He should be back with us anytime now. And yup, I simmed it forward and here he is with us. How crazy would it be if we bet everything on Yang Min-hyuk, force him to be a starter for us in the left wing position? Oh man, it's gonna hurt because he's only 71 rated, but also he's just 19 years old. More than even like an academy player, I think this is the best chance for us to complete the South Korean objective, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Besides that, with 60 million, we don't have money to sign a big replacement for Son. I think I'm gonna trust Yang Min-hyuk. But also that means with the money we've got, we're gonna try and go all in for that striker position. Okay, now Spurs have already signed Matthias Dell this season. 77 rated striker, 20 years old. I don't think he's ready yet for the Premier League. But I think since we've got him, it would make sense to maybe then sign a more experienced striker. And man, I don't know if there are many good strikers left because this window has been crazy. But I think a very underrated pick for us could be Seru Girassi. Not many people talk about him because he's not young, he's 29. But I think he would be the perfect striker it up top for us. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna have the money for this unless swap deal time. I'm gonna probably put in Richarlison. I'm sorry, we just don't need him. And if I add in like 45 million in cash, could we maybe work something out? And nope, we just got kicked out. Brilliant. But guys, I think I really want Girassi. I think that is just the striker we need. Plus, as he grows older, maybe Matthias Tel can fill in his boots. To sign Girassi, I think we're gonna have to sell a few players. I've got this 14.5 million pound offer for Bissouma. We're accepting it. And also, I'm taking the cash for Richarlison. And now we should easily have the money to sign Girassi from Dortmund. 66 million pound offer. Bro, what is this? They want to like bankrupt us. I mean, this would have been an easy transfer to pull off if we didn't have that unexpected challenge pop up. But since that's happened, there's no way I can pay like 89 million. We won't have money for wages. We need to try and get a deal done below 80 million. Let's try 75. Okay, 78.5. You know what? Let's get it done. And so Spurs have a new striker, Serhou Girassi. I'm hoping he'll have Harry Kane vibes. Don't forget, we've also got a golden boot challenge, so a lot's riding on him. I think for the first season, our squad is pretty covered. The only worry I've got is of Yang Min-hyuk. We're taking a big risk just throwing him into the deep end. In fact, I think I'm going to still double down. I'm going to sell his competition like Wilson Odobert so Yang Min-hyuk can play pretty much every single game. I mean, we do have Mikey Moore for squad depth, so it should be fine. Also, let's convert Yang Min-hyuk to a left winger, and he does go up in his overall. To be fair, looking at his stats, he does remind me of Heung-min Son. Let's focus on improving his shooting. And I guess that's going to be our Spurs team for season 1. End of the season, and well, I wanted Girassi to perform, and look at him, 28 goals this season. Okay, I was not expecting Brennan Johnson to become the starter in that right-wing position. He ended up performing way better than Kudus. Kulusevski was insane though in the midfield, so was Madison. I see quite a bit of growth, especially in that defense. Romero, Van de Ven, Vicario all growing. Midfield was a bit meh. But am I seeing things? So is Young Min-hyuk 77 rated? Okay, bro scored only 1 goal, but somehow his overall just flew. I have no idea how that happened. He's had the stinkiest season possible, but he's still grown like crazy. I'm still gonna keep faith in him. Because, yeah, at least in terms of overall, he might be the next Heung-min Son, although he needs to figure out how to put the ball in the back of the net, because this is embarrassing. I mean, this Devine guy who I didn't even know existed in the club, he scored more than Yang Min-hyuk. That's just embarrassing. Anyways, what's embarrassing is that we finished 6th. I guess that would be Spurs' predicted finish based on the team they have, the investments they've made. But this is not the future of Spurs we want after Son. And to make things worse, it was North London rivals Arsenal that won the league. They won the FA Cup too. This is getting painful. But Spurs do win a trophy. I'll take that, you know. First trophy in the cabinet. Let's go. Even though it's only the mighty Carabao Cup, it's progress. Every season at least we gotta keep the streak going. Oh, and we could have won another trophy, but yeah, beating PSG was just impossible. Oh no, Champions League, though we got embarrassed out in the league phases, and now we're not even gonna beat the Champions League next year. By the way, as good as Girassi was for us, he was only 7th in the Golden Boot rankings. Look at the top 3, man. It's Isaac, who's now a Liverpool player, there's Haaland, who's still at City, and Gyökeres as well. That's why I had to sign a player like Girassi, because otherwise we just can't compete with these guys. But you know what, it's season 2 and I am feeling still confident, especially because we did somehow win the Carabao Cup, and our defense for season 2 is so much better, just in terms of overall. I think this season, if we can maybe bring in a CDM, probably not Palhinha again, we'll look for someone else, or to be fair, we could trust Sarr. He's only 23, that's an option. But before we get ahead of any planning, we've got our unexpected event for season 2. Injury crisis post-World Cup. 4 random squad players have suffered long-term injuries. Well, I guess this one makes sense because there was like the Club World Cup the year before, then a full season, and then the World Cup again. By the way, Spain won the World Cup in game. Don't know if that's going to happen in real life. England lost the final. Yikes.
Wait a minute.
You were in the parking lot earlier. That's how I know you.
And alright guys, all 27 players in our Spurs squad have been put on the wheel. Ooh, it's gonna be Gill. That is not nice. To be honest, I was unsure whether to include Brian Gill in any of our plans. Well, looks like now we don't have to make that decision because he's basically out for the entire season. Do you know what? As long as it's not gonna be first team players, I'm totally fine. Oh man, Solanke. The fact that he's 28 and he's now got this injury, it might mean his career's over. We were anyway looking to sell him to get some money in, but now because of the injury, we can't even do that. We've just got to survive 2 more spins. Oh no, these are the first team players. These are the first team players, not Vicario. It's going to be Dell instead. That is now 2 strikers we're going to have out for the entire season. But as crazy as it sounds, it's not the first team players. It's only players on the bench and reserve, so we are still fine. I am so nervous now for this last one. Is it going to be a big player? Please don't be. And is that a 3rd striker in a row? What are the odds? The crazy thing is none of these strikers are really in our plans for the season. We've got Girassi. I guess Velis can be his backup. So we've actually survived this injury crisis. Now, since the injury crisis didn't really affect us, I think we can just continue our plan of maybe getting a new CDM. I was thinking a new right winger too. But since Brennan Johnson had a decent season, let's just give him a run out. And maybe just go all in on a CDM. And I do like Sandro Tonali. 87 rated. And this season, we got no issues with the budget. Welcome, Sandro Tonali. Oh man, I was about to make a big mistake not renewing Christian Romero's contract. Bro, if he ends up leaving, we're gonna be in big trouble, bro. He's one of our highest rated centre-backs. Let's renew that contract for another couple of years. I've now got a lot of expectations for season 2. Our midfield and defense actually looks crazy good. It's just our attack where I'm unconvinced about Brennan Johnson as well as Yang Min Hyuk. But if they can grow, we might be in for some big trophies. And oh man, that injury has crushed Solanke and even Matthias Tel's overall. Probably ruined their career. Well, at least Girassi keeps getting better. 88 overall. Oh, but only 24 goals. Instead, it was Brennan Johnson. How is he doing this? Are you actually kidding me? Brennan Johnson has just won us a Premier League Golden Boot. That actually helps us with the challenges. Of all the players, how is it Brennan Johnson that's done it for us? I guess we gotta continue trusting him. And okay, now Yang Min Hyuk is kind of slowed down a little bit. At least he started scoring more goals, up to 8. But overall, there's been solid growth in the team, especially defense. Midfield's looking good. I think Tonali adds a lot. But what about trophies? But again, top 4. And how many more times are we gonna have to see Arsenal finish above us? We don't win the FA Cup. We don't retain the Carabao Cup either. Are we gonna go trophyless? No, we aren't, because we managed to win the Europa League. Let's go. The streak of winning trophies, that's gotta keep continuing. Season 3 now. And this is where I'm starting to feel confident that if we make maybe 1 or 2 signings, get some more growth, maybe the Premier League title is there to get. But we do have an unexpected event first. Christian Romero has submitted a transfer request. He wants to play for his fellow Argentinian Diego Simeone at Atletico. He must be sold. I feel like an idiot for renewing his contract last season, but at the same time, it means we'll at least get a transfer fee for him. To be honest, this isn't as unexpected to me. There were always rumors about Romero leaving. Now, we still have Danso at the club. He's actually not too bad, 83 rated. But come on, man, I think we need a bigger centre-back to fill in those boots. Now, I know in real life, Spurs have signed this Croatian Luka Vuskovic, but he's only 76. We'll keep an eye out for him, and later on, if he ends up being good, we will pull the trigger. For now, I feel like Nico Schlotterbeck might actually be the play. 88 rated, in his prime, 27 years old. And so the German warrior is joining Spurs. Not gonna lie, boys, I'm feeling even more confident with Schlotterbeck in here. Bro, this defense in midfield, I think, is good enough to win the Premier League. Just look at the growth on Kulusevski. Even Madison, now 30, is still getting better and better. Brennan Johnson has proven everybody wrong, going up to an 85. I think all we're missing is Yang Min Hyuk getting to the next level. But oh, Yang Min Hyuk, end of the season, he's barely grown. But okay, at least on the pitch, he scored a lot more, 19 goals. Oh, but Girassi had a big boy season. He's up to a 90 overall as well. And he's got himself the Premier League Golden Boot. That's player number 2. But the main thing is trophies, and would you believe it, we do start off with the FA Cup, trophy number 3. Man, every season at least we've won 1 trophy. Only won 1 trophy. Can that change this time around? And it can. We've done the cup double. Trophy number 4. I can't believe it. We beat Barcelona for the UEFA Super Cup. That's trophy number 5. What is happening here at Spurs? I actually can't believe it. We won the league. We finally finished above Arsenal, and we've won the Premier League. Trophy number 6. This has been the perfect season so far. And wait a minute, there could be more. The treble could be on. But nah, Barcelona got their revenge against us, knocking us out in the quarters. But guys, look at our challenges. We've made unbelievable progress this season. Also, our team overall wise is looking better. I think, yeah, 25 trophies might just be possible with Spurs. But wait a minute, what on earth is this unexpected event? The first 11 players have lost their passports, and they cannot be used in the Champions League group stages? What? Okay, guys, that is not an unexpected event. That is an unrealistic event. Even if all 11 of our first team players have lost their passports, surely they can renew it in time. Why does it have to take like 7 months? Well, here I thought in Season 4 we'll try and take Spurs to another level, compete for the Champions League. We might actually get grouped. Do you know what? I think our plan should be to build a backup team and just see how good it is. Do you know what? It's not too bad. We've got Mohamed Kudus, Matthias Stell, of course, whose career kind of got sidetracked, but he should be useful in a challenge like this. Mikey Moore as well. Okay, I think we might need maybe another midfielder because Sa is kind of playing out of position. We could actually play Archie Gray there, but still, I think we could do with a better midfielder. Definitely need a left back because we don't have any backup there. Probably a centre back too. So I guess the goal in this window, strengthen our backup squad because they're going to have to survive in the Champions League group stages. Okay, we don't have the best of budgets. 77 million. You'd think as Premier League champions we'd get more. And you know what? I think I found the perfect option here. Matt O'Reilly. His contract is expiring and you know I love nothing more than that. And that is just an incredible deal. We signed him up for just 36 million. I think for left back, Cambiaso, 83 rated Italian. Oh, but we're kind of out of cash here. It's going to be tough to get this deal done. Unless I can maybe sneak in like Solanke or something. We don't really need him. We've got too many strikers at the club. Wait, what? Bournemouth are trying to trick us, boys. They want Matt O'Reilly. Bro, I literally just signed him. Why would I exchange him? And not going to lie, it was expensive to sign Cambiaso. We are out of our budget. Our backup 11 definitely looks better now. But man, the fact that we're going to have to use this team for the entire Champions League phase, I have no faith. But let's just see. Match day 1 and we do actually win. Maybe there's hope. Against a team like Dortmund, I do feel our second 11 is going to get exposed. And no, it doesn't. And if you're wondering how Madison came off the bench and helped us without a passport, I guess it's because this game was played in England itself. Actually, I really don't have an explanation. It's just that when you quick sim games, players do come off the bench. Not my fault. We're still following the rules. I actually can't believe this, boys. Despite using our second team in the entire group stage, we still secure top 8. Honestly, the fact that we've got these two lineups, just insane. What a Spurs squad we've built. And look at that, boys. We march on in the Champions League, knocking out Napoli and Real Madrid in the semis. We've got a final against Atleti. It's two teams that have never won the Champions League before. And honestly, we're having the perfect season so far. Premier League is in the bag. Trophy number 7. Make that number 8. Oh, we couldn't win the FA Cup. It would have been a treble. No Carabao Cup either. Now, there's no restriction at all for the final. Our first 11 can be used. And look at all the ratings, man. Pretty much the entire squad is close to a 90 overall, except Young Min Hyuk. What happened to his growth? Anyways, he's still going to start this final. Can we win it, though? Can we get our first Champions League? And yes, Girassi, what a hero. Trophy number 9 has been secured. And oh man, just look at Girassi's stats. He's got us the Premier League golden boot that we needed. And yup, that's our first challenge that we've completed. Honestly, with the way things are going, I'm confident we'll complete all the challenges except the Young Min Hyuk one. I don't know why this kid is not growing. We gotta fix this up, man, for the future seasons. He's only 23, so I'm gonna continue showing faith. We're now in season 5, and I must say, I'm a bit worried about the unexpected event. Your best player, Girassi, has got a life-changing contract from the Saudi League. You must accept it. Nah, man, this feels too soon. To be fair, Girassi is 33. He's gonna start dropping. And honestly, he's been a tremendous signing, man. We literally got prime Girassi for 4 seasons, and he was banging in goals for fun. Got us, what, 9 trophies? But it's a done deal. Girassi is heading out. We're sending him to the desert to Al Nassr. He's gonna be teammates with Ronaldo. Probably gonna make like 5 times the salary he was making here. So I guess fair enough. At 33, we had to move on from him at some time. At least the good news is that Girassi's sale has given us enough money to bring in a replacement. And I think the perfect player for us has got to be Victor Osimhen. I know he's 30, but so was Girassi when we signed him. And look at the impact he had. So I am going big on Victor Osimhen. He's got a big job to do, though. I'm really hoping he can fill Girassi's shoes. End of the season, and definitely a bit of a slow start from Osimhen. But look who's picked up the mantle. Brennan Johnson. A 40-goal season. Who would have thought? Bro, I just can't get Young Min Hyuk to grow. He's only 24, so there's still hope. But getting him to a 90-plus, man, it's gonna be a bit of a grind. At least on the trophy side, we've now got back-to-back Premier League titles. Trophy number 10 in the bag. Make that 11 with the Community Shield, 12 with the FA Cup, 13 with the UEFA Super Cup. Champions League, we kind of took an L getting knocked out in the playoffs. But still, guys, in 5 seasons, 13 trophies with Spurs. If we keep this on, we're 100% going to get to 25. The only thing that can stop us now is something unexpected. And for season 6, we've got random first 11 player faces a scandal. You must terminate his contract. What? It's not even just a squad player. It's a first 11 player. This could be really bad. Who's getting into a scandal? Oh, it's Pedro Porro. I hope he gets himself a good lawyer, gets out of the scandal. But for now, we've got no choice but to release him from his contract. I can't believe we've just gotten rid of a 90 rated Porro. Okay, wait a minute. Why don't we have crazy budgets anymore? We've been consistently winning the Premier League, and all we get is like 77 mil. In that budget, I can only see Tino Livramento as the best option. We're signing him up, but of course, it is a massive downgrade to Porro. But in the end, it looks like Porro's scandal couldn't stop us. Spurs have got another Premier League title. That is 14 trophies now. Just insane. Make that 15 with the Community Shield, 16 with the FA Cup, 17 with the Carabao Cup. Bro, we're about to break records here with Tottenham. And yes, it's a Champions League final. If we win this game, we're going to get Spurs a treble. Oh, but Van de Ven is injured for this game. That is not going to be good. We do have Danso. And yes, it is enough to win another Champions League, boys. Our first treble with Spurs. 18 trophies, man, in 6 seasons. That is just incredible. Bro, if we keep this up, I think there's a good possibility we can get to 30 trophies. We've already completed 2 of the big challenges that we've got. The only thing I'm unsure of is whether we can get Yang Min-hyuk to a 90 overall. He's gone up to an 84. But okay, now it's starting to look like dynamic potential might kick in. We just got to keep believing in the South Korean. Okay, although everything's going good, one bad unexpected event could change everything. What do we have here for season 7? Everybody watching this video must subscribe to the channel. Well, there you go, boys. Wait, how is that an unexpected event? That should be an expected event from you guys. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to see if we can get to 3 million subscribers. That would be just unreal, but it won't be possible without your help. Okay, so it looks like we have nothing negative to really handle for this season. Might be an opportunity then to replace some of the older players. In fact, probably only Madison comes to mind because he's 34. He dropped down from a 90 to an 88. And you know what? If I can get a superstar like Gavi, what's he doing at Aston Villa? Again, we might not have the cash to make this deal happen, but a cheeky swap deal involving Madison? Surely Villa can't say no to that. Well, they actually did. Why are you being difficult, Unai Emery? In that case, it's time to say goodbye to Madison. Oh no, I accepted City's offer. I didn't even check. That's not good. But at least now we have the money to do an all-cash deal for Gavi. But yo, even with Gavi, we couldn't knock out Real Madrid in the round of 16. We even lost the UEFA Super Cup. No Carabao Cup. No FA Cup. Are Spurs back to doing a Spursy? Okay, at least we do win the Community Shield up to 19 trophies. Make that 20 because we do win the Premier League. A near-perfect season. But wait a second. Why doesn't Yang Min-hyuk grow? What is wrong with this kid? I have absolutely no idea. We're gonna keep trying though, but he's only up to like an 85. I've never struggled this much to grow a player. The funny thing is he's still playing quite a bit of games, man. 35 starts. I guess because he's balancing game time between Mikey Moore. But I don't know, man. Yang Min-hyuk, you've got to start stepping up. We're now in season 8, and the unexpected event we've got, the chairman wants a Ballon d'Or winner at Spurs this season. Sign whoever wins the Ballon d'Or this year. You cannot sign any other players. The main question is who's winning the Ballon d'Or, and what happens if it's a player from our club? And it's Brennan Johnson. Oh, there was Vinny as well on the podium. We could have got him. Well, I guess the Spurs chairman has got what he wanted. A Ballon d'Or winner, and that's Brennan Johnson. Who would have thought at the start of this takeover that Brennan would become so good? Bro, he's got to surpass Gareth Bale's legacy here at Spurs. End of the season and we do win the Premier League again. Trophy number 21. Kind of incredible because we didn't make any signings this season. Look at that. Trophy number 22. Can we make it to 25 this season itself? Ah, no FA Cup. Ah, we lost the Carabao Cup final and to Arsenal. I don't like that. But we are back in contention for the Champions League. Before that though, I want to see if Yang Min-hyuk actually grew. Bro, he's going up by like 1 overall. I just don't get this. And now he's actually getting outscored by Mikey Moore as well. Like, what on earth is happening? And why do we have 2 suspensions for this Champions League final? Both Gavi and Tonali out. Hopefully we can still win the Champions League, and we can. There's enough squad depth. And we also got a 3rd red card, by the way, in the game from Brennan Johnson. What on earth is going on? But yes, that is trophy number 23 secured. But what is this? The chairman likes it young? Wait, hold up. Okay, wait, that was out of context. We need to replace 3 players aged 30 plus years old. Honestly, I wouldn't call that an unexpected event because look at the amount of oldies we've got at the club. Now, if I'm going to replace 3 of them, I'm thinking Kulusevski's got to be one. Osimhen as well. He's starting to drop in his overall. And probably our goalkeeper Vicario. But the thing is, at 36, I think he can still do the job. Actually, Livramento is the lowest rated 30 plus year old we've got at the club. I would rather replace him. And okay, I may have found a right back. Bruno Rodriguez, Argentinian right back, 88 overall, which is crazy. Money's not going to be an issue. We've got like 360 million after all those player sales. And there you go. We've got Livramento's replacement. And yo, João Neves could be the man to replace Kulusevski. Yep, we're bringing in the Portuguese midfielder. The big decision we need to make is to find a replacement for Osimhen. And I have no idea what Endrick is doing at Bournemouth. He's 91 rated, 26 years old. Come on, man. We're saving him from there, getting him to Spurs. Feel like it's been a long time since our team has had a massive change. But Endrick, Neves, and this 88 rated right back coming in. I feel like it's time we hit 25 trophies. And well, we have made it to 24 trophies. 25 with the Community Shield. That was the goal when we started off, but I didn't expect we'd do so well with Spurs. 26 with the Carabao Cup. If we keep pushing like this, 30 might be a possibility. 27 now with the Super Cup, and we actually could make it 28. This is crazy. I can't believe how consistent of a Spurs team we've built. And can we pull this off now in Season 9? We do have a few issues. Neves and Van de Ven not fit for this game, but I think we've got enough depth to still win this Champions League. And there you go. New signing, Endrick scoring the winner. Okay, he also missed a pen, but that's fine, boys. After 9 seasons, we've got 28 trophies. Bro, we could legit set a takeover record here. Let's just see how far we can go. But in our final season, the club has been found to be breaching FFP regulations. Sell 200 million worth of players. Transfer ban of 1 season has been imposed. I am surprised something like this didn't come earlier on, but we gotta do it now. How on earth are we gonna generate 200 million? Few big players are gonna have to be sold. I think the best play might be to sacrifice Brennan Johnson. He'd almost alone get us the 200 million we need. I know he's 90 rated, he won us a Ballon d'Or, but we need someone to sacrifice, and I feel it's gotta be him. And there's an offer for 175 million. We need to get it over 200, man, so let's get some negotiations done. Well, I guess Nottingham are coming with the bags. 233 million for Johnson. I can't believe with just 1 player sale we got away with the FFP shenanigans. But saying that, we're now gonna have Kudus in that right wing position. We can't sign anyone else. With Johnson gone, this has got to be the season Yang Min-hyuk takes some responsibility. We need him to get to like a 90 overall. I don't know if it's going to be possible in this final season, but let's see. I don't know how this Spurs team has constantly done it. 29 trophies. Somebody in the comments let me know how many Premier Leagues and Champions League we won in this takeover. Must be some sort of a crazy record. Okay, we didn't win the Community Shield, so we're still chasing 30. No FA Cup. No Carabao Cup. No Super Cup. Yo! We could have easily crossed 30, but we bottled it this season. I guess that's what happens when you lose Ballon d'Or winner Brennan. Although, to be fair, Endrick did a great job. 42 goals. Yang Min-hyuk, he's been a fraud, man, in this takeover. Got him to an 88 overall, but we literally gave him 10 years to start as the undisputed starter, and he still couldn't cross a 90. I guess that just proves that there is only one Heung-min Son. But okay, guys, we can get to 30 trophies if we win the Champions League against Madrid. This would genuinely be the perfect way to wrap up the takeover. Can we win the Champions League? Moment of truth, and yes, a 3-0 win. Endrick with the brace. 30 trophies with Spurs. We've completely filled up their cabinet. Apart from the Korean challenge, we got 3 out of 4 done. Now, if you enjoyed our journey with Spurs, I'm sure you'll enjoy me taking over Monaco. They've got Pogba now, so click here to watch.